Alright, just quickly going through some nightmare stuff. There wasn't too much to show, so I'm just jumping ahead all the way to Act 4 here. So I've got an ethereal dimensional blade I made a spirit in, rolled 30 FCR. Got a lidless wall. This really nice 3 to summoning skills with 10% faster cast rate. Pretty cool. My brother found this and gave it to me. And then I've just got the antlers with the strength in it, so we can wield some of this stuff. With 3 to Direwolf for now. And stealth, still Hussarus's, faster cast, rare rings that are nothing too special. Some magic fine, gold fine here with poison resist, lightning resist. And then I am able to start wearing a lot of the skillers now. So we've got 1 to skills with 29 life, 1 to skills with 24 life, 1 to summoning skills, 33 life, 28 life with summoning skills, 35 life summoning skills. Got a gold fine, magic fine charm, and then lightning res charm. And then the small charms are all just like some res or some magic find, you know. And so, and I do have Kuko Shikaku that I can just kind of equip to just do something while my minions are fighting. So 32 Grizzly, he's doing 2,800 damage, dude, in Nightmare. And then here's the Direwolves, they're doing 1,200 damage in Nightmare. Okay. The Spirit Wolves do 213 cold damage. And I say in Nightmare because I'm saying, like, that's pretty good damage for getting to Nightmare difficulty, right? And then the Ravens have 743 damage with only being level 22 right now. So, summon all them. And I can do an Oak Sage for level 13, so we'll do that too. I upped a bow that I found. It's a rare bow. It's got 366% enhanced damage with hit, cause monster to flee on it, which I thought was kind of sweet. I upped it to a double bow from composite bow, and then the mercenary was 1 level off, couldn't use it. So she just needs to level up 1 more time, which is going to happen soon. Got my teleport staff on swap here. Oh, whoops, I just recast that Oak Sage on accident. No big deal. We have over 1,000 life. I have 100 points, 100 stat points remaining that I haven't utilized yet. So, okay, so these guys are immune to fire. You know, let's see. These guys are not, so I can actually shoot them as well. But you can see the wolves are doing quite good. And that's to be expected. I have a ton of skillers already and everything, which is sweet. Rare amulet. 40 lightning, 52 mana, 8 dex, and 23 cold. Level 30 required, huh? That changes that amulet a little bit to be level 30 required for that.
I am overburdened.
But yeah, so like they're just kind of wrecking through everything right now. Yeah, look at that. Really quite good. Yeah, look at that. The Telestomp was just like an immediate death for that guy. Which is what I was most excited for about this build, since I do have an Enigma on ladder. But I'm doing everything I can to make it like satisfying right away. So I'm getting all the skillers first. Probably gonna make like a beast or even a faith bow. Like a faith bow might be kind of sweet to self-wield and have all that fanaticism, and then I could get to shoot the faith bow a little bit as well. I don't know if that'll be that great without max damage attack rating charms. You know, I might have to do that thing where I pre-buff summon all of the stuff and then I swap. That would make the Ravens a lot weaker though, and kind of start taking away from the pure summoner build that I was trying to make. So I'm starting to talk myself out of that already as I'm mentioning it. So okay, did she level yet? She did. Good. So let's go back, give her this rare bow with 366% damage on it.
I'll put that to good
There you
use.
go. I have this, which there's no strength on that, so I could at least give her that, I guess.
I'll put that to good use.
This I can give her as well with a little crushing blow.
I'll put that to good use.
So we'll do that. And that has caused the monster to flee as well on it, so now her total monster flee is 53% between these two items. She does have 25 crushing blow, a little attack rating on this too. And then she gets some attack speed with some dual leech and magic find, so I think that's kind of a nice combo for us right now. I think that'll work out. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn in that. So we have 2 more skill points as well. So options here. It's like, do you just keep buffing the Ravens now or the Spirit Wolves, or do I start getting into Heart of the Wolverine, which will make these guys stronger? Yeah, because there's no more damage buffs outside of just getting more skills now for these. Or auras, you know, and this is an aura base essentially, so maybe I start trying to build this. I do have lots of skillers, so just 2 points into this will help. Let's try that. So 2 points into Heart of the Wolverine, it's level 11 now, and hopefully that doesn't really impact our health too much. But I have 575 life, so we'll see. Things might start dying a lot without the Oak Sage. Alright, now let's go to the Chaos Sanctuary. Here we go. Poison Shrine, sure. Probably should have repaired my staff. So far, so good. Barely impacted my damage, right? It gave me like 72 damage, I think. And the aura doesn't affect the Ravens, of course. And doesn't affect the Spirit Wolves that do cold damage either. It may add to their attack rating, though, which I think it does. So there's that. They can hit a little more, so that's something. But yeah, look at my damage is quite pitiful right now. So, yeah. So it probably would be more optimal at this point to just wear the Spirit and the Lidless Wall and just go into summoning Ravens, you know, for more damage. Also, we are getting the Inner Sight to reduce enemy defense, so that means we will hit more. I am noticing that the Heart of the Wolverine almost died there from that Telestomp as well. And he's just standing right in front of some of these enemies, which is a little bit annoying. But I think in the long run, it's not going to be so much of a problem with very high level and very strong telestomping. Hopefully things just die before the Spirit can get hit at all or anything. So here's some guys, like the Ghosts are, usually their fire immunity isn't too great. So maybe I can actually help out with those a little. Recast the Oak with this, and we'll recast some of the Ravens with the Skill Shrine as well now. Yeah, and I didn't show any gameplay really for Nightmare. I just didn't like... There just wasn't anything too interesting to show, in my opinion. Like, up until I could start wielding a lot of this stuff that I've been holding on to, you know? I just wanted to be able to get the character to the point where most of the skillers that I have are now equipable. And that has made a huge difference, you know? Like, the build is so much more powerful now. It's not slogging as much through Nightmare. Heard a charm drop. Small charms can be very good in Nightmare, so definitely want to check those out. Telestomp a little bit here. Kind of get get some of these enemies localized, or my minions localized, and really pumping out damage output here. So let's see, I'm trying to focus on some of the ghosts here for myself, my own minuscule damage that I've got going on. Yeah, like I can help a little bit with those. Especially if it pierces, I can, you know, I can potentially do like 600 damage or so. 118 mana, poison link reduced by 25. That's a lot of mana on that amulet. Mercenary with the Heart of the Wolverine does almost 500 damage, it says. It's not including any of her skills either. Here's Infector. I mean, sometimes he's a problem, right? And seems to be no problem at all. Yeah, pretty good. Enjoying myself. This would be very hard if I didn't basically build the gear for the character first. So this is one aspect that's really fun, is just finding other gear for other classes and builds, right? You do that, and it just keeps you wanting to replay, right? Something that I know, like there's like smart loot for some ARPGs, and I think that is a really bad game design philosophy. You know, having not, like, what did D3 have that? I don't know, but D4 definitely is supposed to have it, and I'm sure other games do. And I don't think that's a very smart way to make your game. I think it reduces the replayability. Like being able to find some stuff that you're like, ooh, not good for my build here, but that could make a really nice summon druid pelt, right? So things like that in the game are help the itemization. You have to have good itemization to begin with for that, but in, you know, a good game, like good skills and interesting and compelling classes to begin with as well. But I think it helps people wanting to keep playing, you know, and then the trading is more robust, because then you're finding stuff while playing another build for other characters that you can trade for. So you like, your trade doesn't even really work. You know, you can't like have a robust trading system if you're finding gear only for your character. You know, you see what I'm saying? So to me, it's actually absolutely imperative that you don't have smart loot, you know? There is some aspect, though, in this game where, like, I don't know if it's just me or not, but it does seem like sometimes, like if I'm playing Druid, that I might find some more rare pelts and things like that. That could be just me thinking about it differently because I'm playing a Druid, though. But sometimes I wonder if there is not necessarily smart, like maybe there is a small sense of smart loot in this game. But if there, like, I can't tell if there is or not, honestly. But we do know, for example, that like certain things affect the RNG, like based on like how many things you click and how you move and like stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe certain builds of Druid just like are more conducive to those types of patterns that would that would supply more pelts. I don't know. Does that sound nuts to you? The only reason I think about that now too is because Ginger Gaming Mentor like did a bunch of like testing with stuff like this, and it seemed like that was kind of legit, you know. That was a good Telestomp. We are amped right now for Diablo, which might kind of suck. So let's go back really quick. Get rid of that. Here we go. Telly this dude I mean, they're doing phenomenal for having no crushing blow. Oh, we have a little bit, right? The mercenary has a little bit of crushing blow. She's dead now, though. I think she was actually doing quite a bit of damage for us. Okay, so that's fine. You know, pretty fine.
Thus ends the play.
Repairs durability, level 40 required. Raven Song, speed 'em. Big damage to demons, only 11% enhanced damage. Oof, that could have been cool if it rolled 300% enhanced damage. Okay, what about a unique war scythe? The Grim Reaper. Not horrible for level 29. 100% deadly strike is kind of cool. 15 minimum damage, mana steal. I could see you using that on like leveling a Fury Druid. Balanced knife. Grinding mod. A little bit of life steal. Enhanced damage, max damage. Level 43 required. And then the Warhammer. Concentrate charges, level 1. No. Alright. Rehire the mercenary and resurrect her. Here you go. And we'll talk to you, sure. And on to Haragath. Alright, here's Eldritch and Shenk coming up. Here's the Telestomp capability. Like here's a catapult, for example. Boom, gone. You know? So that's what we're having to look forward to. And let's just jump in there and see how we do. Okay. It could have been, you know, if I would have frequently teleported around and targeted things, I think it would have been a little better. Which, that'll just be the gameplay style once we have Enigma. Because otherwise you kind of have to stand here like this a lot. You know? Which is why the hybrid summoners are usually just more interesting and better to use. But I think with the way I'm going to build it, I think it should be fine. And I know other people have done that and stuff, but this is my first time actually just going full summon Druid. Really using the ravens and stuff. And the ravens are a little slow to respond, you know what I mean? Like you cast them. If you cast one on an enemy, the other ones will fly over there. Which is cool. But it's a little slow to respond to sometimes. So like if I just stand here, you know, they're getting the job done. But it does feel a bit too passive at times. Hey, Flawless Amethyst. Let's take that. Waypoint, and we'll telly in right there. Okay. Good. Alright, done with that. Nice. The Ancients. Alright, let's do this. Ariat Summit, Nightmare difficulty. Got 28 teleports left with my teleport staff. See how they do. Yikes, hold on. Merca's getting wrecked. I'd rather she not die. So she can lower their defense. Hey, we're doing really well. So we're level 57 at this point. I can get... The circlet I'm using has a bunch of res on it and energy. So 53 fire, 38 poison, 20 cold, 20 lightning, 20 run walk, 12 energy, level 31 required. It's just kind of sweet. And look at that, we took them out. I have 1 point now into Carrion Vine. That's helping me survive even more. I think I'm going to keep bumping up Heart of the Wolverine now. And so I can do all my pre-buffing helms now. I switched up that other one as well. That was 3 to Direwolf. That only rolled 2 sockets at Larzik, which I thought it would get 3. It got 2. So I made an Ort Soul lore helm in it, so it's 4 to Direwolf now. So I did pre-buff the Grizzly and the Direwolves with those helms that I have. The Summon Grizzly helm, the Direwolf helm. Heart of the Wolverine, I have a helm for that too, but I've been leveling it, so it kind of goes in and out of being useful. And I'm not going to notice too much of a difference with it for the time being. And let's see, still using Lidless Wall now, Spirit. We've got 3 summoning, 10% faster cast. I switched out the boots. I had Hisaris's. These are just magic boots, 40 lightning res with 20 run walk, level 18 required. I've shopped those a while back with a different character. And then I did find Night Smoke on one of my characters, so I gave him this damage reduction, all res mana. 50% damage taken goes to mana, which is kind of sweet. You know, I don't really have mana issues with this build because you just stand there a lot. But, you know, if I, like, can I cast a bunch of things too often and then Telestomp and get hit and get it back? I guess so. So it's not the most optimal belt right now. We're going to want Arachnid Mesh there. Even a nice caster belt would be okay, I think, actually, for the cast rate. Maybe even a crafted damage reduction belt of some kind for some more res and things with that, too, you know? I could get, you know, like I could search for a little bit more. I'm going to want the skills for sure, even for just, like, pre-buffing with an Arachnid Mesh and all that. But I have thought about, like, instead of using Stone of Jordans on either side, just go, like, Ravenfrost, Dwarf Star, and then the middle belt, the belt section could be whatever, maybe more damage reduction, just so that we're super tanky when we Telestomp into things, you know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. And we're in Worldstone right now, and it's going pretty well. I mean, like we're very strong now. We're level 58. And I guess I'll put more points into Vitality. We have over 800 life now without Oak Sage, because we're using Heart of the Wolverine. Telly in. Some people might be bored by the playstyle of just, like, having minions do things. And that's why I do like to build the hybrid builds, you know, of course. Look at 1 to Druid, 69 life. Level 39 required. But that's why I do like to do hybrid builds for Druid and summons. But I'm enjoying this, actually. I actually do like this build, and I think it is fun to play. You just need to make sure you have lots of skills and everything, you know, like with your skillers and everything. You gotta have them all ready to go. Otherwise the build can be quite a slog. You know, you're gonna get stuck on bosses and stuff. It's like long kill times on the bosses, unless you've got a really nice mercenary setup, I guess. But the teleport staff is pretty key to have as well going through the game. 65 I can wear Enigma, so, you know. 4-socket battle sword. But even the mercenary, it's like, I think the most optimal would be a Might Reaper's Toll mercenary. You know, that Decrepify seems like it's just going to buff the damage more so than even like a Might Pride mercenary. And it'll make boss killing better too with that. And then G-Face and Fortitude on the mercenary, which I have that already on my other characters for ladder. So I'm going to use that. And then what I will wield, I think I'm going to go a Faith Bow, self-wield Faith, and then Telestomp with that. The attack speed from that with some of the damage increase, I think will make me stronger. A lot of people would go Beast, but which I don't know. That might be the same actually. If I do the Faith Bow though, what's cool about that is I could do it in a Colossus crossbow, which is not that much more strength than a Spirit Monarch shield, and it's a higher level fanaticism, and the damage output is a lot higher. And if I do decide to put a point in the shapeshifting tree, then I could hit in melee with a Faith Colossus crossbow, or just use it on a different character, I guess. So that could be kind of cool. The only problem is then you can't really use it on an Act 1 Rogue Mercenary, but, you know, I have one of those on non-ladder already. So I was thinking of just committing to it. Or I could just sit back and shoot it because, you know, like my attack frames won't be the fastest possible, but the damage output will be a little higher. And with how this build kind of works where you just kind of stand there a lot anyway, I feel like it might be alright. And I just kind of want to try to make it. I do have an Ohm Rune, I do have a Jaw. And I did put a bid on a 4-socket 14 ED Colossus crossbow. So I think that could be pretty sweet. Safety TP. Maybe take the chipped amethyst in case we find an Ort rune and I don't have to repair my teleport staff with gold. I could do it with the cube recipe. We've got some souls. I have 75 lightning, 75 poison, 69 fire, 32 cold res. Let's get the ravens up. Let's see, is this the waypoint? No, it's not. No, it's right here, though. Very close waypoint. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, after this, it's basically just Baal runs until we can wear... You know, Baal runs to 70, basically, but at least 65 so we can wear, like, ENIGMA and stuff like that. And then we're just going to be crushing. I should make a Heart of the Oak. You know, I have a Vex rune and a Pole rune, so... Yeah, just making all the sweet stuff, you know, putting it all to good use, as the mercenaries like to say. Yeah, so that'd be sweet. Okay. I mean, this is going good. I like it. Telestomp here. I don't want my Heart of the Wolverine to die. Don't want my mercenary to die. Rare antlers. Remember I was saying earlier about... Ooh. It's kind of interesting. The 1 to energy, 1 to life. But visionary mod and 1 to summon Grizzly. Level 30 required? That seems like could be kind of useful, don't you think? Let's see what that looks like. White. Look how sick that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Pretty sure Double Billy's looking for a GG version of this for his ladder druid. Because he's got melee human form. What was I saying about... I totally lost my train of thought on what I was gonna say right before that dropped. I don't know. Anyway. Pit Crawler. Let's see. There's a special dude up there. Let's see how they do against him. Fine. Our Merc is doing alright still. She's still wearing Rattle Cage, Steel Skull, and then this rare bow I found. 366% enhanced damage with hit cause monster to flee. And a 4-min with some attack rating, 159. So, that 1 to 2 fire actually does add to her exploding arrow. So, there's that. Whoa. This could be bad. We're amped. All of our people could die here. Ah, we're still doing alright. I said people. They're all pets, though. They're all animals. Some animals are people, right? Alright, I'm biased, though. You know, I have German Shepherds. I think we could make an exception for German Shepherds, couldn't we? They seem intelligent enough. It's kind of like perpetually having like a 4 or 5 year old child. They're just like having a shepherd. They're like about there, you know. Mine are 7 years old. Mine are 7 years old, and they're just like, there's not much difference. That's so wrong of me to say. There's a lot of similarities, I'll put it that way. Yeah. Like, I just always catch myself comparing, like, when my siblings are talking about their kids and stuff. I'm always like, my dogs do that. Or I'll always say something like, I hate, like, not to say your children are like dogs, you know, but seriously, my dogs do that too, you know. It's kind of funny. An Espandon. Rare Espandon. The Dread Crest Antler. I really wish the Life and Energy rolled better on this. It's too bad. Is it that valuable to have the Grizzly for free with the Visionary? I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to go for it. Just drop it, dude. Just drop it. Okay. More Heart of the Wolverine, and then we should probably resummon it, because we do need some more teleport charges. And let's see. Yeah. And I do have the pre-buff item. Do I have an Ort rune? I don't think I do. Did I use them all? I don't. Alright. I guess we'll just spend the gold. We'll just spend the gold to repair the staff. Whoops.
Afternoon.
87,000. I mean, fine, whatever. 3 sockets, damage reduced by 3 on that. 97 to life, 9 lightning res. In Nightmare. Okay, let's see. So we have 3 to Heart of the Wolverine right here. And can we use this yet? No, this is level 69 required for that charm. This I could use, though. This is amp damage. You need 169 strength to use it, though. I was yeah, this Gavel of Pain, because I could hit Baal with that. And that would probably speed things up a bit. So let me resummon the Heart of the Wolverine. It's 21 with this on. There we go. Put that back on for all the res and run walk and everything it gives me. Look at this. Look at this amulet I found. 3 to shapeshifting, damage reduced by 24. Pretty sick. Alright, I also do have, like, if I don't want to use that, I could use something else. Like I do have teleport charges on this amulet. 31 lightning res teleport charge, kind of nice. I do have the Crescent Moon as well, which is damage reduced by 10, magic damage reduced by 10. That's kind of nice, you know. So we'll leave this on though, because it makes our ravens stronger, and I like the faster cast. Just a nice amulet for this build. Okay, so I'm thinking, do I have a hell rune? I don't think so. I think I used it. I used my hell rune to redo this. So look at, I have, whoops, yeah. I've got a lore helm with 3 to Direwolf, so it's 4 to Direwolf. So that's kind of nice. No point to resummoning those, though, because those have been maxed out for a while, and I haven't gained any extra skills. So just the Heart of the Wolverine I needed to resummon. That's it. Here's our cast rate. It's not bad, right? We're at 105% faster cast right now with this setup. I got 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. And then I've got 30 here on the Spirit and 20 here on the Shield, the Lidless Wall. So res is looking pretty good. I don't know. I did want to... Like, it would be really cool to try to amp damage Baal to see how fast we could take him down with this, but the strength required is 169. It's too much. There's no way. And I would need a Hell Rune and more strength investment, so it's just probably not going to happen. So, okay, that's all right. We have a little Crushing Blow on the Mercenary, so even though that's nerfed with ranged, I think that could be enough for us. Yeah. All right, let's continue on here. We have our teleport charges. 5 more points into vitality. We're at 814 life. Hopefully my Heart of the Wolverine doesn't just immediately die on me. It's not going to be the end of the world, I guess, if it does, but no. Like that. I don't want you to die, dude. He did get kind of beat up right there when I tellied in, so that kind of sucks. Okay. A couple more Spirit Wolves. Things are a little... Here, I'll cast the Ravens on those guys. Okay. There. I just cast the Ravens right on the main dude and they just wasted him. And let's do a town portal and we'll take this scroll, put it there. Looks good. Probably gonna want that antidote potion too, in case we get poisoned really bad. Although, actually, we're probably gonna have to go back to town after this encounter, because I don't really feel like all of them dying from poison. Alright. Did we lose anybody? Doesn't look like it, so good. What? He like missed him. There we go. There we go. We got the Ravens on Bartok. They took him down pretty good. Yeah. Pretty sweet, dude. I definitely want to make a wolf minion build in PoE 2. That decrep sucks. We need to back up a little bit. Yeah, the teleport staff is, you just need it, man. Like, this build is so much more, it's so much harder without it, you know? Here we go. Let's back up. Let's back up. Come on. And localize right there. Part of the Wolverine is surviving. I'm watching him. There he goes. Get out of there, buddy. Yeah. If he was going to get hurt anymore, I was going to telly back, you know. Okay, we got a jewel. 18 to life. 3,800 gold. Let's take that. I guess I'll use that and take that. Oh, yeah. If I would have had the amp, that would have been sweet. Wow. I mean, he couldn't move. Avenger Guard. Sucks. 2 to battle command and some res. Level 8 bash. Couple flawless. What's this? Great axe. It's rare. Stun repairs durability. With fire and lightning damage, mana steal 55% enhanced damage, 91 to attack rating. The level required for this is just too high. You know, 51 required. And the enhanced damage isn't high enough to make it worth upping or anything. But once again, level 3 stun charges. It's really too bad that the repairs durability doesn't repair the charges on the item. I think that would be an excellent change for the itemization of the game. That way, if you found a pair of gloves that rolled weakened charges or exploding arrow or freezing arrow charges, and it had repairs durability as well, you'd have new build possibilities. It would be amazing. An amazing find. Very niche, too. It'd be a very exciting find. I have found stuff like that, too, before. Hellclap. 1 to fire skills. That's actually probably decent for this mercenary that's right here. Because it has 1 to fire skills, it has fire damage, dexterity, fire res. It's probably not going to scale in hell like very well, and we're just going to go Reaper's Toll Mercenary anyway, and we're just going to level with the Baal runs, so yeah, no use for this. But yeah, this item too it's one of those ones that just doesn't get a lot of use. It's kind of hard to find a use for it. I guess like an Amazon could use it. Be a nice find if you were leveling and you found it, but you know, how often does that happen? All right, so there's that, and we're done with Nightmare now. So on to the Baal waves. Pretty sweet. And then the next up will be Hell and using all the sweet stuff we got in store. A pull rune. I just traded one away as well for a Mang Song's Lesson. Since nobody uses that, I'm going to use it to save some points, actually. So I was thinking earlier about like maybe making like a mist bow or a faith colossus crossbow for this character and getting, you know, hopefully level 15 fanaticism for my summons. But here's the thing, if it rolls bad, if it rolls 12, the damage increase from beast to faith is actually very minuscule for the minions and for the mercenary. So I'm better off just making a beast in like a caduceus, I think. Getting the strength bonus from that so I can wield a spirit monarch without investing lots of points into strength, pumping the rest into vitality, and using a Mang Songs to pre-buff my skills, +5 skills. I've done this before on my other builds on the channel, you've probably seen. Instead of using Heart of the Oak in a Spirit Shield, you know, you can just use this to pre-buff for +5 to all skills, which is great, and you only need 34 strength for it. Problem is you have to be level 82, but that's not that big of a deal. So anyway, I've got this to pre-buff the summons, you know, for +5. And then I'm going to make I have a Caduceus I could socket for 5 sockets. I just traded away a pull rune for this Mang Song. It's a very low roll, too. This is very poorly rolled. It can roll -15 on all of those things. And it rolled -9, -8, -7. So I just found a pull rune in the Cold Plains. So that's awesome. I just got that back after I just traded it away. It's perfect, you know? So, and let's see what this jewel is. 12 all res. Oh, dude. Look at that. Nice jewel. Level 26 required. Okay. Okay. It's going good. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so here's how it's going now that I've got Enigma and I can wear my circlet. I put an rune in it. So 15 all res for the rune, 45 fire now, damage reduced by 6, faster cast, 2 to Druid, 3 to summoning, 10% faster cast. We've got Enigma and a mage plate, 1020 defense, Dwarf Star, and then I'm using Snow Clash for the cold absorb. And I haven't seen Blizzard Windstruck go off once yet, though. I don't think they're going to be hitting me very often enough for it to happen. Just got some magic boots with 40 all lightning res, and then these gloves with magic find, gold find, lightning and poison. 30 FCR spirit with a spirit dimensional blade. On swap I have nothing right now. Nothing to put in there. I can now put one more skiller in my inventory actually that has life. So maybe I go grab that. Here, let's jump in here on some champions. Those were some berserker Iraq spider guys, you know, and they went down pretty easily. And let's see here. So I can use this now, 36 to life. So I'll take this one out, put that one in, just for the 36 to life. This gives me some magic find, and this one gives me some lightning resistance. So I just made a trade as well. All right. So just traded an rune for a perfectly rolled mage plate with 3 sockets. So I received the rune. Very nice. I have 3 of those now on ladder. Okay, continuing on. So we got this one in here for the life. I don't really know if I want to take out the magic find and the lightning resist. I think I'll leave those. Kind of want those in right now, I think. All right. I also have 1 point into Carrion Vine, so that I have level 18, which is 1 point. Still not high enough level to use Torch or Annie, but we're close. This is hell difficulty, of course. Going for Duriel now. Just gonna get comfortable here. Okay. So yeah, the summons are doing fine. The telestomping makes it way better, and I still do feel a little bit like I need something else to do. So I'm still debating back and forth in my head about what I'm gonna use, like either a Beast Caduceus. I like that for the increased durability and the attack speed, you know, as opposed to the Berserker Axe. Or there's, you know, the Faith I could make in a, like, Colossus crossbow for the most damage output, but it's a little slower. It would look kind of cool to wield that and be teleporting around. You'd lose faster cast, though, by not wearing a Spirit Shield with the Beast, you know. You'd lose some resistances. You get 15 all res on the Faith. I don't know. The benefits for damage output for your minions is not that much greater with the Faith as opposed to the Beast. So you'd probably overall be less versatile, honestly. At least the Beast has some crushing blow on it, so like I could try to whack something with it, you know. Whoa. Wonder if my cold absorb came in handy there. I'm using the Dwarf Star with it too, so it gives me a little bit more damage reduction. still on the lookout for a helmet too that's going to be like 3 to Direwolf or more. Like a rare, maybe a rare that rolls 5 to Direwolf. Something like that would be nice. Alright, we're level 2, so I just need to find the waypoint here. That mage plate that I just sold to for an Alm rune went fast. I posted that and within 5 minutes somebody was on top of it. It's rare longbow. 124% enhanced damage requirements minus 30% with 11 dex and a bunch of attack rating. Yeah. Too bad those rares just kind of suck, you know? It is possible to get a really nice rare bow. It's just really hard. Hey, my blizzard went off, by the way, from the snow clash just there. I just noticed. Yeah, let's go. Still using just the Act 1 Rogue Mercenary. I did give her the Kuko just for 3 more skills to improve her fire damage a little bit. So we have a little bit more elemental damage now. So we get cold from the Spirit Wolves, and then we get some fire from our Mercenary. So that does seem to handle, we can handle pretty much everything with those 2 elements in addition to all the physical damage we're doing. Let's see here. We blocked, and we got our health back. That was nice. So my guy just stood there. I just stood there, and we blocked a few times with this. The chance to block is only 10%, so that was pretty lucky, I guess. Shouldn't rely on that. I probably won't be able to rely on that, you know. This is level 48 required. Only rolled 73% enhanced damage, but it did get 2 sockets and attack rating, min damage, and mana steal. Ravens are up to 1400 damage now because I've been pumping points into Spirit Wolf, which is a synergy for Raven. And the Spirit Wolves are almost at 600 cold damage now. They don't get any benefit from the Heart of the Wolverine. So I decided to go just start putting all the points into that. I never ended up doing Baal Waves either. I just went straight into Hell difficulty, leveled to 60 to 65, and then I put the Enigma on. And then it's been smooth sailing from there, you know, so didn't do any Baal Waves to level faster. Just been actually playing Hell difficulty.
Not enough money.
Blue Unraveler Head. Always on the lookout for something like that could just roll something ridiculous, you know, like 3 to Poison and Bone, 3 to Bone Spear, something like that. Like that would be kind of sweet. Haven't come across anything like that yet, though. I haven't really ever found like a very good shield, I don't think, for necromancers in terms of magic and blue items, or I mean magic and rare items, you know. Those seem really hard to come by. So if I ever do find one, maybe I just list it for like 85 jaw. It's like, I don't even know. It seemed, at least they're rare to me for some reason. If they're not rare to other people, then I'd like to know if you've ever found any good necromancer shields that are blue or rare. Some of the uniques are pretty good though for those as well, so it's kind of hard to beat. Alright, we got level 4 right here. Once we're in the 70s, I can start thinking about switching the mercenary up to the Act 2 mercenary for the Reaper's Toll Fortitude G-Face combination that I have. That I've been using on my Barbarians mercenary, you know. That'll be really good on this one too. Magic Find, big lightning res. Poison length reduced. Maybe we toss those on. Just for the Duriel kill for a little more Magic Find, you know? And maybe we put an antidote potion right there in our belt, just in case. Whoa, that was rough. Careful, man, careful. That was a close one, man. Had to resummon a Spirit Wolf, just one. Alright. I think we're in the clear now to start stopping things. Yeah, that was a close one. Hamburger paste. Here she is. She took out one of my dire wolves, it looks like. Took out two of my dire wolves. There we go. Essence, take it. That's all she dropped, really.
Dario, your reign is over.
Okay. And that is it, yo, for Act 1 Hell. Pretty sweet. Liked it. Alright, so Act 2, just getting the pieces of the staff. Hell difficulty with our Summoner Druid, and I have a Hustle and a Scourge from left over from my Barbarian build on ladder right now. This gives me level 1 Fanaticism for my minions. It does make them attack faster. It doesn't improve their damage too much, but the overall damage per second is going to be better with all the attack speed buff that I have now. And it seems like it's performing about the same, maybe a little better. I think it's a little better. It's kind of hard to tell. I think they are like getting into the action a little quicker, you know, like right on the Telestomp, which is nice. I'm still using the Act 1 Rogue Mercenary. She has Treachery now to give her some more resistances and stuff, attack speed, and that seems to help her as well. She's still using the Kuko just for the 3 to skills, and Steel Skull. And then we've got a Hustle Scourge, a Spirit, you know. I think I've gone over all this. I did put in the Summoning Skiller there, so... And when we lost a couple points just from the using this instead of the Spirit Sword. But yeah, so kind of a little bit of a precursor to using Beast, perhaps, if that's what I want to do. And anyway, we're just gonna get the amulet. Here's a Ceremonial Javelin. How much Magic Find do we have on the build right now? We have 123%, so not too bad. And we can improve the damage a lot once we get the Act 2 Mercenary with Reaper's Toll. That's really going to be super strong, I think. Let's ID the amulet. Level 25 required. Rare amulet, 1 to lightning skills, 1 max damage, 7 energy, 14 all rust, 47 poison. 8 better chance of getting magic items. Level 25 required. Kind of interesting. That poison resist is kind of nice on it. There we go. Carrion Vine healed me. Yeah, definitely need at least 1 point into Carrion Vine. I think that's a pretty nice move, since you're not going to be, like, leeching back anything. So that thing just tops you off all the time. Alright, get the ravens back up here. So even without the spirit sword that I was using, they're still doing almost 1500 damage, the ravens, right now. And Spirit Wolf needs 3 more skills to be maxed, and then I can start putting either more points into Raven or Heart of the Wolverine. I think I might go Heart of the Wolverine first, but I'm not sure. The Raven, it might be better to have Ravens, like, have Raven damage be really high. Okay. Only had to resummon, like, the Heart of the Wolverine and the Carrion Vine. Everything else survived just fine. Alright, and we completed that part. Sweet. Working our way to Duriel in hell. And I've got the Gavel of Pain. We're gonna amp this dude with level 8 Amplify damage charges and see how he likes that. Alright. I think it's gonna go great. Also, I found a rune staff with +3 to enchant, no sockets, which should get 6 sockets, I believe, at Larza, which you could make an obsession in and have +7 to enchant on a staff. So that would be kind of sweet for an enchantress, I think. The alternative to that would be to just, like, maybe do a shooters with 20% fire res and a fire facet, so you get 25%, and then wear a spirit shield. Or you just happen to find a rare that's like 5 to enchant, essentially, you know? Which I do have on non-ladder. But on this ladder, my best that I have right now is a 2 sorceress, 2 enchant, 2 energy shield magic orb that I found, which is pretty sweet. Paired with a spirit shield that's essentially +6 to energy shield and enchant. But I think the +7 would be pretty cool to have, actually. So I might try to get another Zod rune. I got one, and then I gave it to my brother, and he made a sick weapon. He made a Breath of the Dying in an ethereal Archon staff, which is kind of sick. All right, we're 74. So once we're 76, we can hire a level 75 Act 2 mercenary with Reaper's Toll and Might and all that to make our guys stronger. You know, that'll make our minions a lot stronger, honestly. Right now, I'm just using Treachery, Steel Skull, and a Kuko on this Act 1 Rogue mercenary still. Yeah, look at my Blizzard went off. Isn't that cool? I'm wearing Snow Clash. Let's see here. Spirit Wolves are maxed now, so that's nice. My lightning res is 75, so I'm wearing a few extra lightning resistance pieces of gear like charms and stuff like that because there's all these guys that are spewing lightning everywhere in this area, you know. And I do have the Dwarf Star on as well. And then, like I mentioned, the Snow Clash that gives me Blizzard when struck. Since I'm just kind of standing here sometimes. But also it has the Cold Absorb on it. Since we're not wearing Ravenfrost, I am wearing this. I could wear Ravenfrost, I guess. I don't really need this 10% faster cast. But this does have magic damage reduced by 2, which is kind of nice. And 10 lightning res with faster cast. So it's not the worst faster cast ring in the world, but it, you know, probably would be better off with like a Ravenfrost or another Dwarf Star or something right now just for the survivability. Read an Iron Skin. What about the Fetish Trophy? 1 to revive. Is that Ethereal Broadsword? No. Holy Water Sprinkler. Ethereal 2 sockets. Some champion Steel Scarabs there. Got wrecked. Blue Thresher. I'd like to see these because I do have a magic-only Amazon that uses magic items only, as well as the Mercenary. I did find an Ethereal Thresher with about 90% enhanced damage, and then I did find a Cruel Thresher that had like over 200% enhanced damage, and they have about the same damage. So, Carnage Helm. 1 natural resistance, 2 increased stamina, 1 to shout, 3 sockets. Drop that on the ground. Says you have a 20% chance to block. Yeah, you know, it wouldn't be bad to do, like, max block on this kind of build, either, where you just stand there and just block everything. Might be something I try out at some point. Maybe get the Gurky's Sanctuary unique with the damage reduction on it and all that, you know? Had to resummon the Heart of the Wolverine and the Carrion Vine there. Yeah, I still think I just need the Act 2 Mercenary with Might and Reaper's Toll, and we'll be like twice as strong, you know? Maybe more so, because, I mean, he's going to make all the minions stronger with the Decrepify and the Might, but then he himself is going to be hitting like a truck with like G-Face on, you know? Well, that'll give us a source of crushing blow. A really good source of it. So, okay. Here's Duriel finally. Now, the plan is to waltz in there, amplify damage, and then just Telestomp him and see how he likes it, you know? Let's do it. Wow. That was good. Amplified damage with Druid Summon Army is crazy good. Maybe what I should be doing is working towards a brand on swap. Telly in, get hit. Brand goes off. That seems like that's what I should be doing. Alright, sweet.